Merry Christmas.
Well, it's that time of year again, and I hope you guys are excited because this story should be a good one. It's just another Grinch game. They just made another Grinch game. God damn!
Kinda weird how this happens. Didn't expect to ever make a review on the Grinch when I made this channel, and now I've got 2 of them. Well, while our ventures into the PS1 Grinch game were usually met with disappointment, I don't think it's too much to expect that a brand new Grinch game in the year 2023 should yield some better results. Good lord. The Grinch Christmas Adventures was developed by Outright Games, a team that is notable for creating licensed games that you'd probably expect, like Peppa Pig and other things like that. The game, as you'd expect, has you playing as the Grinch and his faithful companion Max, in their attempt to ruin Christmas. Please do not expect anything new from this plot. Gameplay mostly consists of traversing through side-scrolling environments, having you look for puzzle pieces to unlock gear for the Grinch, and is largely just a collectathon. Items can be scattered throughout the background and foreground, and even in houses that you have to sometimes sneak around in. But we will get back to that in a moment, because I have got some things to say. If you collect enough puzzle pieces, you can play easy little puzzles which will give you abilities like a double jump, candy cane rope, and even Santa's outfit. There are about 5 segments of stages that all largely play the same, save for the last stage that acts as a snowboarding level that transitions you to the next set of stages, which pretty much play the same as the last set of 5. The Grinch's model actually looks pretty nice and is pretty expressive. He also has some pretty nifty animations, and each little segment transitions with the actual story and art, or at least art inspired by Dr. Seuss's original works. I hope you enjoyed those 2 nice things I said about this game, because that's where it ends. I am dead serious. When I say each platforming stage feels the same, I mean it. Besides a slight scene change, there isn't much added in later levels except for slightly different or new enemies and some changes to platforms and transitions. But hey, this time around you can play with a friend and control Max. My wife took the role of Max and it was like she got to play Tails in Sonic 2. You know, where the camera locks onto me and she's just left to be thrown around wherever. Playing alone lets Max act as a switchable partner, to where if you are not using him for a certain part, he's still usually just seen falling off cliffs. Then there are these segments where you can enter houses of the Who's or these little gingerbread people, and they serve as these little stealth segments which you won't really care about because they only exist to grab puzzle pieces and presents before leaving again. The stealth is barely there as you can either hide to instantly reduce your stealth meter or just run past everything. What's weird about these parts is just all the noises these Who's or gingerbread creatures make. It's just like a juxtaposed cacophony of random royalty-free noises. I'm pretty sure this noise is from like meme videos or something. I've definitely heard it before. Also, it's weird to me that the Grinch himself doesn't talk. He just grunts like he's a Banjo-Kazooie character. It's really weird.
With a hatred so deep that he just can't conceal it. To cancel this Christmas, old Grinchy will steal it.
Oh, and it's worth mentioning that this whole game is narrated as if it's from the book. But it's like constant, and I sincerely hope the voice actor who did this genuinely enjoyed what he was doing, because if this were me, I'd be phoning it in so hard. Like, it's pretty cute, but it just gets obnoxious after the first level.
A cave full of secrets and crannies and nooks. You'll find hidden places, you just need to look.
Also, they call the Grinch Grinchy so often that I somehow thought they didn't have the rights to call him the Grinch. But it is in the title, so I guess it's just for rhyming's sake. Then you've got the snowboard levels. I'd argue that these levels are just a little more fun, but just by a very low margin. It kills me because there is little to no music in these segments, except for the Grinch just making the occasional grunt, like he just doesn't care what's happening around him. Look, I'm not gonna act like I'm expecting something great from a Grinch game made by a company that produces games clearly intended for a younger audience. This is abundantly clear as levels are easy, checkpoints are abundant, and there's no punishment for dying. You just go back to the last checkpoint, which is to say setting you back about 30 seconds at most. But I can say I'm at least a little shocked that this game offers even less than the PS1 Grinch game. At least its collectathon missions were a little more out there, and you had more 3D areas to check out. To think that somehow over 2 decades later we are still getting How the Grinch Stole Christmas games, and they offer even less now, is insane. Yet at the same time, I'm kinda grateful for it. It's kind of funny to think we are still getting these weird shovelware-esque titles when games are bigger than they've ever been. And there are still fools like me who will buy them and have a laugh at them. I mean, come on. Come on. Come on.
Well, if anything, that just gives me hope for, another Polar Express. At least that game was fun.
Hey, thanks for checking out the holiday video to end the year. Hopefully you're not playing this game and are snuggled up with something a little better. If you did like the video, consider liking it and subscribing if you're new. As always, have a great holiday and keep it practical.